let's keep the conversations going on the corporate side. And Star Health is the next corporate on our radar. The company's net earned premium in the fourth quarter was up by about 11%. The company's been guiding for a premium growth of above industry levels as well for this year. And they seem to be quite optimistic of an overall good performance in FY24. Anand Roy, MD at Star Health and Allied Insurance, is with us. Mr. Roy, thank you for joining in. I just want to start with the May premium trends. And if we look at it, I think the health insurance, the standalone health insurance industry saw a premium growth of about 23%, if I'm looking at the right numbers. Your growth was around 16%. Tell us what the outlook is. I mean, what are the average monthly rates that you will target, given that I think there's been a fair amount of price hike as well. Are we done with most of the price hikes? Will we see more this year? And what is your outlook on the monthly premium run rate?
Morning, and thanks for having me on your show. So our outlook for this year, we believe that we should be able to deliver 20% plus growth rate in our premiums. And that's what we are clocking as on the YTD numbers, which is higher than the industry growth rate on the retail side. The industry is growing at around 18%. We are growing at 20%. On the overall basis also, we are clocking a 20% growth. So I think that's the momentum we would like to maintain for a medium to long period of time. You know, the intention and the aspiration is to maintain a 20% healthy growth and also have a reasonably good combined ratio of 93 to 94%. And if we are able to deliver both on these numbers, I think the company should be, able to deliver a 20% ROE on a consistent basis. I think these are the numbers that we are trying to achieve, and we are planning our strategies towards that.
So, Mr. Roy, just to understand, when you said 20% growth in premiums for this year, is that largely volume growth that you're talking about, or you're also expecting or building in an element of higher prices, higher premiums? I know I've been paying more for my health insurance, for instance.
So premium hikes, we have taken a premium hike in one of our leading product, the Family Health Optima, and that will play out throughout this year because that effectively came into being from May, that is last month, for our existing customers. So I think for the next 12 months that will play out. We are seeing, reasonably good trends. The customers are remaining in the franchise, and we are tracking that very, very closely. So I think the premium growth, the growth will come from both, as you said, from the volume growth as well as the value growth on maybe on a 50-50 basis. But that's what we are trying to do. Yeah.
Anand, our team points out that a similar price hike, which was taken back in 2017, did drag renewal rates down by about 4-5%. Have you, because this came into effect on the 1st of May, this price hike for the Optima plan, have you seen, it's too early, but have you seen anything of that sort, and do you expect a repeat of what you saw back then?
So Prashant, yeah, that's right, because typically we do see, we would expect a 4 to 5% drop off in our, probably some customers, but we do not expect any downturn in our overall premium because if there is a 3 to 4% drop off in our customer from this particular product, the overall premium rates would remain better than what it was last year in terms of because of the price hike. So that is already built into our strategy. We are trying to minimize that to the extent possible by convincing our existing customers to, if they're not interested in the FHO, they can migrate to one of our other products. So I think that's already on. We hope to, reduce that impact to the maximum possible.
Okay. Also, I guess, on your strategy has been increasing market share, right? Because your retail market share has gone up to almost 35% now. What are the steps you're taking to increase it further? Is it more to do with geographical rural penetration? And, what kind of market share are you targeting, say, by the end of FY24 and 25?
So, Sonia, we have been focusing on the semi-urban and the rural markets in a big way. More than close to 25% of our business already comes from these geographies, and we are having a very, very intense focus on that. We expect to open about 1,000 new sales offices in the semi-urban and the rural markets and increase our penetration in those areas. I think it is also aligned with the regulators, strategy to increase penetration in the country. So we are looking at the Bharat, as you may call it, rather than only focusing on the urban markets. So maintaining market share definitely is an important, strategy for us. As you rightly said, we are at 35%. which is way above the other competitors. But growing it from there by growing faster than the industry, I think we should be able to accumulate the market share slowly.
So this, increase in the rural footprint that you were talking about, right? Earlier you had told us that you're looking to do that via more bank assurance tie-ups and agency channel tie-ups as well. Tell us a little bit about that, because I think the contribution of tie-ups with corporates and banker channels has been about 43% in FY23, if I'm not wrong. How much could you take that up to by the end of FY24? And is that your main strategy with which you'll sort of increase your rural presence?
So it's a mix of both. We have a very strong agency network. We have more than 650,000 agents who work for us across the country. So in the rural markets, obviously the agents will continue to play a very big role. But on the bank assurance side, as well as other partnerships that we are having, which is growing very fast for us, I think, they will also start contributing. As a matter of fact, we have recently signed up with India Post Payments Bank, and they have a very strong rural presence. So we hope that, partnerships like these will bring, more momentum in our rural drive. So it is a mix of both agency and non-agency channels that will give us the momentum.
Okay, we'll let you go on that note. Thanks a lot for joining in. Appreciate your thoughts. That's the word coming in from Star Health. Let's